So I'm standing here with Zolani Tete. Congratulations, all but 55 seconds back in South Africa. How did it feel?
Thank you very much, man. It feels good to be back at home, fighting around the faces that I'm familiar with. It's been 6 years since I've been at home. Finally, I fought at home. Even though I didn't last long, I wanted to still showcase my boxing skill, but my opponent couldn't take it. Hopefully, the next one will definitely show me something.
What were you anticipating before the fight? What did you think was going to happen?
I thought he was going to fight. I always know once a fighter knows that he's fighting Zolani Tete, he prepares himself. He prepares to fight for Zolani, and I thought the guy will bring something so that I can also be able to think and do what I do best, which is to box. But I don't think he managed to do that. But definitely Zolani was victorious today.
When you're boxing outside the country, do you get a sort of reception like that?
I do. I don't want to lie. I do get some sort of reception. And every time when I'm fighting, it's getting bigger and bigger. People are starting to notice my name, and they're starting to realize me when I'm around them, even when I walk around, when I'm outside the country. So they do realize. I mean, it feels good to get the same reception that I got here at home and the same reception that I get when I'm overseas.
One of the things is you traveled all the way to Johannesburg for 55 seconds, but it's even worse when you travel to the UK and you do it in 13 seconds.
It's even worse when I go and do it in 11 seconds because I fought with Usboniso in UK and it was 11 seconds, but this time around it went 55. I don't know, maybe I was too kind for the guy, but as a boxer, you need to be careful as well because you never know in boxing, one punch can change the fight. So I had to be careful as much as I wanted to knock the guy out, but I needed to tread carefully.
When you landed him with the first big punch, did you kind of tell that he wasn't going to be around for much longer?
No, I could feel that he can't take my punches. That's when I landed my first jab and I could feel he can't take it. So I knew, okay, let me just stick to the body, and then once I land something tangible, then he won't take it.
So what's the goals now for you? What do you want to do next?
Next, Zolani is lined up for an IBF Intercontinental and Commonwealth title in UK against the boxer Jason Cunningham. So I think maybe in a week after I'll start preparing for that fight because I think the fight will be around February or March. But Zolani is preparing for that one now.
I've been watching Jason Cunningham. He's boxing on DAZN. He's looking like he's coming up now.
I think I'll start watching him from this week because now I had to focus on this one. I didn't want to divide my focus, I didn't want to undermine this guy as well because he's a boxer and he's got wins, he's got losses, so I didn't want to take advantage on him. But this time around, I think my focus will be on Jason now and we take it from there as my team.
Is it strange for you not being a world champion for about a couple of fights?
It is very strange now that my hands were raised and there was no belt in my waist. Yeah. So I'm not used to that. I think I need to get my belt once again.
And which city are you going to be in?
Which?
City in England.
Which city? Doesn't matter whether it's Liverpool or... I like Liverpool. Doesn't matter whether Liverpool or Belfast. But anywhere in UK or even the States, I'm ready to go.
And looking at yourself now after all the years, do you think you have another good world title shot in you?
I still have another good short world title with me. And I believe if I would get one and then definitely go for a unification, then that would mean I would go for another 2 titles.
And a lot of talk was about your weight division. What weight division will you be in?
I'm still not sure as well because I can still make the bantamweight. I'm also campaigning now for junior featherweight. So we'll see. But the opportunity now is coming on junior feather. So I think we'll start campaigning junior featherweight.
And how does your body feel at junior featherweight?
I feel strong. And some people will say I'm too big for junior featherweight. I'm also too big for the bantamweight. So I don't know, but I think I'll stick to junior featherweight.
I think there were some rumors coming about Luduma Lamati being mentioned against you. I know it's another local fight and you got sort of UK and bigger ambitions, but what did you make of that when that came up?
I heard there were talks about that fight, but I sat down with my manager and I said, if it was someone else, maybe I would fight the guy. But Lutum, I take Lutum as my little brother because when I first became a world champion, he was the first person who was helping me with sparring and everything. Today I'm a 2-time world champion because of the help I was getting from Ulutum. And now the promoters want me to take what Ulutum is trying to bring for himself and his family away from him. So I didn't want to take that fight because I know what it takes for a fighter to become a world champion, and I know what it means to the family I know what it means to my family, so I know what it would mean to his family. So I didn't want to be the person taking away that belt, because fighting Ulutumo, to me, it doesn't make sense, you know. And fighting for peanuts, I mean, we don't get paid for local debuts. I mean, that's one thing that I don't understand, but that's boxing, you know, and I'm not looking for local fighters anymore, but I want to fight internationally.
All right. So when you're campaigning in the UK and you're campaigning with Queensberry Promotions, do you envision a world title within the next 2 fights or so?
I'm envisioning a world title within the next 2 fights, because I think after this one, when I win after Jason Cunningham, I think I'll be able to challenge the IPF champion, or maybe the WBO champion, whoever, because those guys are also calling each other, you know. So I'm looking up for any opportunity that will come. I'll grab it with both hands.
What sort of, okay, so you're going to obviously approach him in a different way that you'll approach today, but I mean, you're known as a knockout puncher and you made your name overseas as a knockout puncher. Is that what you would be kind of aiming for again?
You know, the knockout puncher article, I'll always carry it with me. But I also need to know that I'm not fighting only by myself, you know. I'm also fighting with another fighter who's also aiming to knock me out. So I need to tread carefully. So if an opportunity is shown and it's given to me, I'll take it like I did just now. And I know once a second goes, it won't come back. So if the opportunity appears, then I'll take it.
And are you, while I have you here, are you upset that you didn't get to take on Monster when the time was around? When you fell out the tournament because of injury?
I'm not sad. I won't say I'm upset, you know, but because I know it's one of those things that do happen in the sport of boxing. And you know, as a true champion, you need to adapt and adjust in all the situations that you are fighting. So I was not upset, but I know maybe sometime something better will come.
And you've also fought, at amateurs, you fought Heki Butler and you fought Mauritius Talani. So you kind of fought the best of the best in and around your weight division in the world in South Africa. So as you said, everything done and dusted. Any message for the fans?
For the fans, I just want to say Zolani is back. Zolani is not done and dusted. Zolani is gunning for a world title. So very soon, my fans must expect a world title from Zolani. Thank you very much for the support, and I'm looking forward to the next fight.
Thank you very much, Zolani.
Thanks, my champ. Thank you very much.